So guys, Sensei, the greatest 2K in existence. Listen up, we gotta catch some bodies. Got a huge update about 2K. Clear up the misinformation, the lies, these envious lanes, okay? Before we get into everything, y'all make sure y'all subscribe if you want some more. Hey, gameplay dev team roast. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you agree with the Swan. Don't be a hater. Before we get into everything, apparently EA and 2K are in talks to bring back a college basketball video game. Y'all let me know if y'all would buy that, if you're excited for it. I don't know if this is real or not. It got a bunch of views and likes. Now, they could easily destroy 2K because Mike Wang is such a pathetic, lowly, senile loser trying to play God on a video game that they could change the whole scope of everything and we could get a better product with 2K and this. But the only way they'd be able to compete is if they make the gameplay similar to a beloved 2K. Not these newer ones. If they try to do this realistic little fake sim stuff, they're gonna lose. All you gotta do is make it like 14, 15 or 16 or 17 or 19, 20, you'll literally destroy 2K. These billion-dollar companies don't know this. How hard is it to copy a game that was 8, 10, 7 years old and put your own spin and tweak it up a little bit so you know you don't get that copyright? It gotta be easy, but they don't know. Like literally, the whole community would leave. Literally, bruh. It would change everything. $billion idea, they don't know. Y'all let me know if they do make this college basketball, what style you want it to be, which 2K do you want it to resemble, and all this and that. Lives, they're idiots. I don't know. That would be funny if 2K did this and they actually give us what we want, but then they kept NBA 2K a certain way. That's funny. They would make even more money. Firstly, this dev tweeted this out, right? We're not gonna go over the whole video, but there is a certain part that I want to go over, man. It is hilarious. It's some of the dumbest I've ever heard in my life. These envious losers filled with hate over a video game. Eat this nonsense.
Understanding that not everybody's going to agree with you, right? A fellow creator might not think the same thing about the game that you do, and that should be respected, right? We can't be going at each other.
Could be respected. The game has not been completely ruined for millions. Like for instance, Marvel Rivals, right? Game is amazing. I love the game. They some things wrong with that game, right? But I'm not tripping because the game's so amazing. It's gotten so bad with 2K. Must receive the negativity. You must go after it. You gotta trip. If you don't, it's just gonna keep getting worse. You know these companies, especially people with such immense egos as Michael Wang, all these other devs, gonna keep doing what they doing unless you give them that nasty Karen backlash, man.
Things just because we don't agree with each other about the game. And beyond that, even more broadly, even if it might look like everybody agrees with you when you're reading comments and posts on social channels or watching videos and whatnot, you have to always think about how we have a huge community. And most NBA 2K players are not online, looking at our Discord, looking at Twitter or X, looking at Reddit. And those bubbles around the community never contain all of the players, and each one thinks about things very differently. So if you only look at one, or if you only look at one place all the time, you might think everybody agrees with you on one thing, and that's not always the case. Last thing is, on top of that, it goes without.
That is a complete lie. You'll hear these lame ass and Twitter users say this same shit. No proof of this at all. No numbers. The whole statement, buddy. There's no numbers. There's no stats that support this. None. Zilch. Zero. Game sales don't represent that. Transactions don't represent that. And these damn surveys that they do don't represent that. It's not the whole player base. It's very minute, little, and even then, what are questions? What feedback you're getting? To even take think about this, to even take a survey, through email. Most 2K players aren't doing that, guys. So it's not a true representation. For a casual consumer, will most likely get on the net rather than respond to a survey. You have to be a certain type of person to do a survey to begin with. And the in-game surveys, you have to be a certain type of 2K player to even do that. It is a complete misrepresentation of the true base. Me, the only one with the 2K Bible, 2K historian himself. I have the direct translated scripture, only me. I've been playing since the first 2K. Any of y'all can debate me live and you'll lose. Y'all live in a bubble, okay? You'll lose. Your creator, whoever, your Twitter, you will lose. Lie, okay? So shut up. I'm right. Prove me wrong. That's what I'm saying. Playing since the first 2K, okay? I'm old as hell, boy. Used to go to people's cribs, that era, and play them. Everyone's cribs. They used to all come to one crib. Very toxic, like the classic things that you hear about, okay? Older brother used to bring all his people to come play me for bread, all this and that. Game battles era. I've been a complete casual, a play now guy. I've been all, bro, right? The whole part thing, the whole rec thing. So if anybody knows more about 2K, it's the Swan, bro. I've been reading hundreds of comments and messages for over a decade from complete, worthless, utter trash. I be in game chat every game I've ever played. 2K. I speak to people. I hear how they feel, right? Long time. I know how people feel about the game. I'm getting feedback. All my streams are telling me I'm in the game. I'm talking to complete randoms. All the messages. Guys, this invisible majority, not unique, guys. Look on Instagram. You look on TikTok. These guys are not that different, bro. Lie. Overall, most 2K players prefer the same type of 2Ks. This is a fact. There are some variants, but overall, people be like, I like this 2K. I like these 2K the most. Overall, people that differ from that are the envious SimNation loser. Basically what Buddy talking about, he basically a dev, you know, global community manager. I call them all devs, man. They all got the same agenda, my boy. It's basically telling you, you're gonna keep going down this path, okay? To say that at this point, it's today, 24th. December 23rd. We're gonna keep going down this path and creating this horrible gameplay. We are cooked. K25 being one of the most hated 2Ks by everyone, not just some creators or comp players. People are so delusional. This is easily the least double twisted 2K ever, bro. By skill level. Say this at this point in all this negativity, quote unquote, don't keep going. Making these horrible, unrealistic, irresponsive 2Ks. They have no competition. And they're going to keep breaking that microtransaction record. Not because the gameplay is good. Basketball is very popular and people grew up playing it. NBA is very popular. A lot of people are very obsessed with them. It's one of the most fun sports. Most people in life, the sport they played the most overall has been basketball. They're naturally drawn to it. You can create a basketball player and go play and all this. It's a casual draw. Obviously, there's no other game like it. Of course it's going to sell. Duh. No competition, so you can't see how truly bad it is. So Lily responded to me. Says she thinks it's a two-part. Agreeing with me. But, you know, she do got ties to 2K, so she got to be indifferent in some sense because they obviously do have the proof. Gamers who don't come on social media to speak on game, they don't have. Think what proof could there be? Session time, that's not proof. If you compare it to a different 2K, because there are more incentives now to play. The reward system, the level 40 system, you see, that's not proof. Spending more money, that's not proof. There are more things to buy, there are more cosmetic items, there are different tactics. Or new tactics to drain you of money. That's not proof that people are enjoying the gameplay that is being put in front of them. There's the proof. People prefer this type of gameplay over other gameplay. There are none at all. So you keep hearing people say this, they're lying and they're a loser, bro. Promise you. Things can be true at once off the info they do have, which is very minimal. They won't show it. Right? What's uncounterable? You're right. They actually don't know everyone's opinion. And who would know everyone's opinion? Some damn survey. Like Young Swan, I've been through the field. I'm not just some lame who just never played basketball and just, oh, I like 2K games. Never watched basketball. I'm a diehard 2K guy. It can't get no deeper than me because it literally can't. Because I've been a complete casual, played all the modes, went from trash to the greatest, park, the rec, the pro-am, went to beat some of the greatest people in the game, went to the straight casual. If anyone know, it gotta be someone like me. And I've been a complete casual hours and beat some of the greats. If someone understand what people want, it's your boy. The sentiment around this game is bad. It needs to stop being ignored, okay? This is facts. I respond, okay? They counter pure sensible lie. They're out of touch and may think certain metrics hold weight, or it's just a lie to divert. Out of touch, you know, they got some old guys that don't even play the game running things, bro. Usually when that happens, they're very out of touch, going off metrics that don't matter, and they're finessing the company just because they went to school or did this and that. And these people are listening to them. But for instance, buy 2K. Someone that could just create gameplays just like they can, code it, all this and that. And I just made the choices. I would destroy this company effortlessly, no effort, guys. And I'll simply convey, even you would be more enticed to play something. This is how you know They don't know what the fuck doing. They don't got competition, so they don't have to do shit. They don't have to listen to the consumer because you're gonna get it no matter what. They're lying. Some of them couldn't know the truth. They just lie and say those things because they want 2K to become 2K. They don't play the game themselves, but what they create, they have been embarrassed that certain people are doing certain things, want that to end, and they want certain players to thrive. You certain players that play a certain way have been disrespectful in some sense, and they just don't like them, and they want Sim Nation people to thrive at the competitive level or something like that, but they don't understand it's built into them to be a hoe. Right? They don't like competition. So no matter how you change the game, all those losers that envy meta or good players, they're never going to try to ever play them. It doesn't matter how you change the game. They're always going to stay in their modes because they don't like competition. They just want to beat down on people on a certain level. They don't like competition. Love Kobe, they love, but they don't like real competition. They're not okay with it. That's why they whine and complain so much and hate so much, but never try to be confrontational and play them in any sense or do anything. Prove that, oh, these guys are trash. They just say it. They don't go prove you're trash, you got no skill. They just say it. This is basketball. This is competitive. And you still don't want to do it. Even the complete randoms, they still won't do it. They won't even try. If I had 2K live, I don't know if they have the coders capable. Should the type of people that can make games to copy ass games from 10 years ago. I mean, it's 2024. I mean, how could, I don't know. Since talking about the prices, that would be easy to destroy them, right? Strictly on a gameplay thing, and everyone would leave 2K. Almost everyone. Be done. Dribbling favorites. 14, 2K14, 15, 16, 17, and 19, all into one. Imagine, but improve. New elements added, all into one 2K. One 2K. Problems with the games, you know, it would be nerfed to some extent. Like the dribble glitch, it wouldn't be there. Cheese with the damn stretch bigs wouldn't be there. The defense would be immaculate, okay? It'd be 14 through 16, okay? The perimeter D, the reason they nerfed defense, because they're catering to casual. When 2K18 existed, it's when they took defense out the game to cater to the negative win percent casuals. They think more people enjoy those games, but common sentiment is these 2Ks without no D is everyone hates, but they think these people don't know what they're talking about or what they want. They think overall the casual just wants a game with no D. A lot of people don't even know that. They're catering to you without actually listening to you. That's the reason there's RNG in the game. They're catering to the negative win percent casual. No, you say you don't want RNG, it's in there. Now every 2K's had RNG, but it's never been this bad, right? They're trying to make the shooting easy, but guys that can go in a row, they're making them miss, guys. Making them miss. The green window moving is not a tactic to stop cheaters. If they were so worried about cheaters, there would be no shot meter in all these casual modes. This is how you know they're lying, guys. Think that right there exposed them. Moving green window is to nerf upper echelon of the player base, not the 1%, just overall the upper echelon, the top 30%, and to bring up, if you miss a couple, you gonna make that third one. If you miss your third shot, you 0-2, you might be cooked. That fourth one, it's gonna be even easier to make. It's all built in the game. I would make the green window smaller, somewhere in the middle. It would be fair on all accounts so people could feel the reward factor of actually getting better, and they become addicted. How people get addicted to things in life and how they're happier. There has to be a skill gap with everything in life. If people feel that things are just happening at random, they lose complete interest, guys, right? Extremely smart. Information is being given to them all the time. Even if they're so horrible, they can sense eventually. Yo, it doesn't matter like what I'm doing, how long I take off, all this and that. Like, it's just giving it to me sometime and it's just taking it from me sometime. Defense would be immaculate. If you beat your man, you're being rewarded. You're scoring. You're in front, it's going to be hard to make that unless you're in some type of takeover or the ratings are drastically different. Ratings ain't going to hit that hard. Hit harder more in 5 environments. It's a little harder. No one sets hard screens IRL, bro. In park sets, you know, they're quick for little quick switches. Fight would happen. It would fluid and responsive, dog. Like, I would destroy 2K just based off of that. Test someone, they're most likely going to miss unless they're in some sort of takeover. would really reward users that get open. Those would not happen like that unless you're in some unconscious state. You're really draining them of their energy and bumping them and all this and that. Overall, from my analysis, I think most people would prefer what I just said. That's just a few things. So when you see the way Mike Wang is creating the game, he's doing that because he can. Because you can't see the downfall he's creating. It doesn't matter. There's no competitor. Breaking records. Here's why they keep breaking microtransaction. They have not even tapped into what they can do. They start spamming skins, cosmetics, so when they're really tapping into what they can do. And that's going to affect the sales, everything. All this and that, they're not even tapping into their true potential when it comes to earnings. And then you do still be seeing some dips every now and then. Sale or microtransactions, it will never tell you that people are enjoying their gameplay experience compared to others, bro. This lie that most people feel a certain way just is not true. There's no proof. We have to stop saying there's proof, man. There's not no information, real information that says this. There is none. I guarantee you, everything the same. Think about it. Everything the same. 14 come out, gameplay wise. Verse 25 or 26. 14 is destroying. A lot of y'all might not remember 14 was one of the oldest gameplays. The dribble system was so, oh my God, bro. If you don't believe what I'm saying, you can download these games on PC for free, figure it out. You know, you could YouTube it. You could play the games and you'll cry. I recommend you don't do it. I have refrained myself from doing it because I might start tweaking on the net. Already be tweaking. Everyone who does it, even ones that weren't believers, what did 2K do? You could download 15. If 2K15 verse 25, team would destroy. If I'm talking pure gameplay, just make sure there's no 7-foot demigods. People figure that out. Wait, that's the stupid devs. It wasn't designed to be like that, right? We're not even talking about just pure gameplay wise. They would prefer 15, right? All you would have to do is buff the perimeter defense a little more so they couldn't push you out the way. But guess what? That normal thing in 15, what people would do with crossover 16, is normal gameplay in these newer 2Ks, but they say they're realistic, the little crabbing and all this and that. But you still couldn't really crab like that in 15. You could just get them off of you. Just spamming the same move, and that's the normal movement now. Ain't that crazy? 16, 25. 16 would destroy. It would bankrupt 25, bro. 17, it would bankrupt 25. Gameplay, now what would have to do is stop that Dex and stretch big shit first. 18, even 18. I know some people keep saying 18 is the worst. It's not. It's not, bro. I guarantee you, even some of these creators, they be saying, no, 18 was the word. Bro, I guarantee you, if you heard them play 18 to this, how you could combo dribble and just be more fun than 23, 24, 5 to me, bro. Even with all of its issues, bro, just overall, man. I believe most people, if I just created 2K18, I believe most people would go to 18 over 25. 19 would prefer 18 over 25, okay? Of course, stretch bigs, post scores. Overall, I think people would prefer 19 over 25, 20, 25. Now look, this should not be a thing, right? This is not no nostalgia, all this and that. I'm saying masses. I'm saying the market would be like, would have to make crazy changes because there's no competitor. You can't see it. I'm trying to put you into the mind frame of thinking of it like that, and you would see that would show you. That's the only true way to show you what people truly prefer, okay? Other than that, you gotta go off what people listen. Use your logic. A lot of those 2Ks I brought up, I'm pretty sure that makes sense to you, right? So when people say this shit, I flame these boys. They don't know what the hell they talk about. They have responded. I don't know if young Lily in trouble. Casey said there's in-game surveys also. He says that they are more representative than one social platform. They're not. Can't really see and hear what people are saying and then download it. You're just answering questions. There's context with every question, and then we don't even know the questions. Put out the information or shut up. You can look on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, streams. You can see what people are saying live. You can see their messages. You can monitor all these things, and they're way better than any server. And it's common sense to understand that. You could go in game chat, talk to people. I literally do this. You could talk to people on every mode, constantly, over the 2Ks. This is way better feedback than a survey. They say they separate the type, basically their hours or their rank or whatever, and they're going off of this information. But think, the people who fill out surveys, are they really listening to inaccurate information? This is probably just cape. I already told you the real reason why they're doing what they're doing. Because he can. Significant number of people who don't do any of those things out of laziness. The community. Majority of the community. Majority. The million that 2K's putting on the table. Because Mike Wang wants to be a lame ass. Someone has to end this, okay? You can't see the millions that they're putting on the table. Y'all think people only play 2K? People think I only play 2K for some reason. They think I always have. It's so delusional. I don't know where this narrative came that people only play 2K if they're 2K players. It's insane, bro. Because you see a creator grinding his life away, streaming, only playing. That is not the majority. This is my whole thing. You guys keep thinking everyone is this. It makes no sense, man. Worried about the people that don't exist in the game. They're creating all these dumb narratives. They don't exist. The player base, truly. There are millions of people who quit the game for years. There's millions of people who've quit 2K. I know you've probably never heard this. People just don't buy it every year. People really quit. They might come back 4 or 5 years. People really quit. They leave the community, everything. They really do. Oh, imagine. If the gameplay was more fun, those people wouldn't quit. The streamers and YouTubers would also be playing the game. They've come from the 2. You don't think if the game was similar to a certain 2K, they would get on there every now and then for their content? There are no live streaming trying to get content constantly. You don't think they would play it every now and then or would be some type of staple for way more of the biggest streamers and YouTubers in the world? Soluminati, Fredo, Ufu, Double Twist, and Kick guys. You don't think that would help the game even more? For instance, just within the player base, if you're enjoying the gameplay matters the most. For all, you have to compare it to something else. That's when you can see it. But like I told you, if these games came out in right now, in battle like AT&T and Verizon, you would see different reality of say 2K25 was 2K16 game. You would see their money, time, whatever the hell, you would see all those metrics go high. Right? That's where you can measure it, but we can't create those realities. You would see if it was 15, all this and that, you would see it be way higher. All these other 2Ks, you would see all the metrics, the people buying the game, you would see it be way more than what it is with 25. That's my whole point with everything I be saying, man. And for people lie and act like this ain't the truth, delusion. And most of the people who be doing it, they don't even love 2K. They're trying to build a platform. They're treating it like a business, right? 2K got its issues. Nothing's perfect, but there's levels of issues, bro. There's wrong with Marvel Rivals. To me, it's not immense, bro. For instance, Scarlet Witch, right? Could just go get on a different character. That's what I do sometimes. It's not like a big deal if they never fix it because the game's just so fun. Like her ult take too long. She's too easy to kill. Phase is too slow. Can still track you. I damn near like destroy people with her, by the way. Somewhat decent people, you see that she's not that effective and you really got to think, I still be going crazy, but these are just like issues, like little issues. It's not that big. I just get on someone else and I can still have fun with her every now and then. But the game's still fun, right? But the issues with 2K, it make that whole unplayable. You feel me? Like, it's not like you gotta go into like a delusional state to have fun on the game. Like just pure gameplay. Just pure gameplay. I don't mean like, oh, you're playing with your friends or you're just trying to burn off some time. Pure gameplay, like you sitting there and just, it's not as fun as what it once was. It's a fact. And you can't say it's nostalgia because it can be shown hundreds of different gameplay mechanics that you prefer. That means it's not nostalgia. When someone says nostalgia, they're basically saying what you're saying is not real. They're saying you're romanticizing it. If you can prove and show that you prefer these things and you're much happier, it means it's not nostalgic. On the video on the screen, you want to see some of the best builds in 2K25.
But hey, here we go again. Yeah. Here we go again. People talking this, but when this hit the fan, everything I'm at made me. Now break it down. Yo, off the top of the dome.